Have you considered a career in freelance writing, but you're not quite sure where to start? In this video, I'm going to take you into a deep dive of freelance writing and share some ideas about how you can turn it into a profitable career or even a business. Before we get started, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, enable notifications so that you don't miss any future episodes. First, let's start with the definition of freelance writing. So freelance writing describes when you write for a client on a project basis, rather than working for a single company as a W-2 employee. As a freelancer, you get to work from home or anywhere else you like, and you can make up your own schedule. This means that you have the freedom to work whenever you want, on whatever you want, and you can take breaks whenever you need them. As a freelancer, you get to work with all kinds of clients also. You can work with businesses, nonprofits, even individuals who need writing services. Do you want to know some more perks? Let's keep going. Here are 6 perks to freelance writing. Number 1 is complete control over your time. As a freelancer, you get to set your own hours and determine your own schedule. So this means you're not stressing out about calling in for a sick day or using your PTO. You don't have to worry about asking your boss to leave early because you need to pick up a child or attend an appointment. Number 2 is complete control over where you work from. So as a freelancer, you can work from your house, a coffee shop, even the beach. This level of autonomy can be really valuable to people who want to be digital nomads and do some traveling while working. Number 3 is control over the types of work that you do. As a freelancer, you can choose from a wide array of freelance writing services or products. You can do blog posts, case studies, social media updates, white papers, and so much more. This can be a really great way to prevent boredom. It also allows you to work those writing muscles and write in different formats and write for different audiences too. Number 4 is control over your workload. Freelance writers work on a project-by-project basis, and each project can vary differently in terms of what it is and how long it's going to take you to perform the project. So you can decide how much work you want to take on or not. Different times of your life, you may want or need to make more money, and other times you might need to ramp down for a bit to attend to other obligations. Freelance gives you that flexibility. Number 5 is control over who you work for and with. As a freelance writer, you get to choose which clients you accept and which clients you respectfully decline. For some people, this isn't as important. You may be willing to work with anybody with a dollar and a pulse. But for some folks, being aligned with people who have the same values as you, maybe the same mission, or at least just a pleasant personality is important. When you think about the amount of time that we work, it makes sense that you want to work with people who are nice to be around, and at minimum, respect what you bring to the table and treat you with dignity and courtesy. Number 6 is unlimited earning potential. As a freelancer, you are in complete control and even the driver's seat of how much money you're going to make or not. You get to determine how much you will charge for your services. You can negotiate, you can create package deals for clients based on your financial needs and what's going on in your life. With a job, normally you might be able to negotiate on the front end about what your salary will be or your hourly wage. There may be some room for commissions or bonuses, but other than that, you're not going to be able to take really massive jumps. As a freelancer, again, you can decide what services you want to offer. So you're not limited to just offering articles. You can do VIP days. You can make digital products and sell those. So you get a lot more flexibility to determine how much you want to make and the way that you want to make it. When you compare this again to working as a W-2 employee, and I've definitely done that, you're not depending on someone else to decide whether you are worthy or deserving of a raise, a new title, or just new opportunities in general. Speaking of money and raises, how much do freelance writers make? Now, I know you want a hard and fast number, but unfortunately, freelance writing rates can vary very widely. How much you charge is dependent on a lot of factors. Think experience first. Now, this is the same if you were working for a W-2, a company, right? How much experience, the results that you've been able to create in the past, and the impact allow you to request more, whether it's a salary or through a rate as a freelancer. More complex projects or projects that require a greater scope or more work also play a huge role in how much you can charge. Thinking about your level of expertise, like in a specific subject, also is a factor, your client's industry, and even where they're located. Also, thinking about the turnaround time and the deadline. If it's a rush assignment with a super quick turnaround, you can ask for more money compared to a normal deadline. All of these things play a huge role in how much that you can charge. Just keep in mind that as you gain experience and build your skills and grow your portfolio and get those testimonials, you can adjust your rates to reflect this growing expertise. Okay, Ashley, but what about some averages? I'm sure that's what you're thinking. So there are averages that I can share with you. Just a caveat. They're averages. There's people who, when they're first starting their career and getting their feet wet and writing, they may make a lot less than the numbers I'm going to share. Or people that have been doing this for a long time or have a specific area of expertise, say something that's technical, they're going to make a lot more. So the Editorial Freelancers Association has a great table that provides kind of averages and baseline pricing for a variety of services. According to their research, the average freelance writer in the US makes anywhere between $41 an hour and $70 an hour. Again, that's an average. So I know writers who are just starting and they may make 15 to 30 bucks an hour. And I know people that have been doing this for a long time that make 200 an hour or more. For projects or things that charge by the word, I've seen beginners make maybe 5 cents to 10 cents a word for a basic blog post. I've seen journalists, investigative reporters, copywriters, tech writers make $3 a word or $2 a word for pieces. So again, it depends on your experience, your skills, and the type of work that you're doing. Now that you know some basic information about the perks and wages, let's talk about the actual work. I like to say that if something can be written, then you can offer it as a freelance writing product. Freelance writing can really encompass so much. I know people who only do ghostwriting for busy executives. So they are writing books, articles, thought leadership pieces on behalf of these people, these customers, and the customers use their name, and the writer can usually charge a little bit more since their name is not credited. I know other people who do only email campaigns and sales copy. So here are the 4 most popular freelance writing categories. The first one is freelance content writing. When you hear the word freelance writing, you probably think of this category. Things like articles, blogs, social media captions, text for an infographic, reports, white papers. So much falls under this general bucket of content. Any kind of scripts. So I think I mentioned scripts for like videos, whether they're long training videos or vertical short form videos for social. all of that's content. Salary.com reports that the average salary range for a freelance content writer is anywhere between $46,000 a year and $64,000 a year. Again, just an average. The second category I want to share with you is freelance copywriting. This is super popular because it's lucrative. This type of writing is done strategically to sell. So it's used for sales, business development, marketing, and advertising. Freelance copywriters are the ones who write very catchy headlines or email subject lines that are designed to get you to open it right away. All this type of writing is designed to make a reader, a listener, a viewer stop what they're doing and take action. So things like website copy. And just a caveat or just a note, copy refers to text. So the text on advertisements, the text that makes up a social media ad, a print ad, a TV ad that you might see on Super Bowl, things like email campaigns that are designed to launch a new product, testimonials, product descriptions, sales letters. That's all copy. Freelance copywriters, like I mentioned, can usually charge a little bit more. There's a lot of creativity, there's a lot of research and buyer psychology that goes into copy. The national average annual salary for a freelance copywriter, according to ZipRecruiter, is about $69,000. Again, that's just an average. I know people who make a minimum of $100 an hour, people who specialize in a specific type of copywriting, such as UX copywriting, travel copywriting, medical copywriting, or pharma copywriting. They all can charge more. The third category is freelance technical writing. Again, you can usually get more money in this type of writing because it's techie, because it's complex. So if you are good at taking very complicated ideas and distilling them down, synthesizing them, and translating them into plain English that can be easily understood by a wide variety of folks, you might make a great freelance tech writer. This type of writing really includes techie things. So writing documentation, writing about medical devices or software programs or industrial machinery. Some more examples of tech writing can include manuals, installation instructions, knowledge base articles, troubleshooting guides is a big one, procedure documents, user manuals, technical specifications documents, and training documents for a specific product or even a software. So according to ZipRecruiter, the average US salary for a freelance technical writer is right around $71,000 a year. Again, you can make a lot more, and I know people who make a lot more than that. Number 4 is freelance grant writing. So thinking back to copywriting and that ability to write persuasively, freelance grant writers write persuasively to get their clients money and funding. So if you like writing for mission-driven organizations like educational institutions, nonprofits, faith-based organizations, this might be great for you. This type of work, again, your job is really to create a proposal or a response to a grant application. Sometimes it's known as a RFP, request for proposal. And so you're looking at what the funder is asking for, and you're writing specifically to those points and building your case of why your organization is deserving and is going to make the best use of those funds and needs to be the awardee. Some freelance grant writers charge a percentage of whatever the award amount is. Others do an hourly rate. Salary.com that says that the average annual salary for a freelance grant writer is about $60,000. But again, I know people who make a lot more than that. So far, we've discussed some of the most popular types of writing. But did you know there's also some specific industries that tend to pay writers more? Let's talk about 8 of the most lucrative niches in freelance. Number 1 is writing for anything related to tech. So these industries are dealing with cutting-edge innovations and applying them to verticals such as healthcare, finance, and education. Med tech, that's the application of technology in the healthcare space. In that, you'll be writing things like, or things about medical devices, healthcare services, and digital health technologies. Fintech is a word you might hear a lot about, and that's technology used with finance. So you might be creating content related to online banking, mobile payments, and cryptocurrency. Ed tech is also very popular. Education, technology. This involves creating content for education technology companies. You might be writing about online learning, gamification, or the use of AI, artificial intelligence, with education. The second niche is writing for financial services. So, this type of content is usually focused on anything related to finance and investment topics. You might be doing research or analysis or commentary, and all of it's designed to inform financial decisions related to investments. So, you can write rather for blogs related to money, but you can also write for specific banks, hedge funds, and brokerage firms. Along with that is the third group, which is cryptocurrency and blockchain. That's still popular, and it's a subset of that financial services. It's rapidly growing and changing, and so there's still a lot of interest related to digital currencies and blockchain technology. In this group, you would probably be writing for blockchain-based startup companies. You'd be writing maybe for cryptocurrency exchanges and any other companies in that sphere. Number 4 is healthcare and medical writing. This is another really popular one. So in this type of writing, you would be doing patient education materials, wellness information, medical research, press releases, and blog posts. Medical writing is the part that's a little bit more scientific. You might be writing content for journals, doing research reports, clinical trial summaries, things related to that. The fifth niche that I want to tell you about is writing for pharma companies. So again, a subset of kind of this medical umbrella, but you're focusing on content that promotes or educates related to pharmaceuticals, drugs, and other therapeutic products. Typically, you might work on abstracts, blogs, press releases, and pieces that are going to appear in industry journals. You could also be writing promotional content for advertising campaigns and creating a lot of patient education pieces that will help educate consumers about these medications and therapies. The sixth group is legal writing. So, if you don't have a law degree, that's okay. The law firms need marketing and advertising and content marketing to promote their services. That's a great way to get in. If you do have a law degree, maybe you're not practicing, you can still make a lot of money being a legal writer, writing about pleadings and appeals and memoranda. It's great if you have that background because you know the legal terminology. You might be familiar with relevant case law, so you can accurately convey this intended message for readers. So that's it's very, very niche, very, very specific, but you can make a lot of money doing that. The seventh vertical that I want to share is writing for software as a service, or SaaS. So these companies offer services to their customers through a cloud-based delivery model. And you as a writer would be writing a ton of content about that service through the website copy, a lot of times, product descriptions, user guides, instructional materials. You might be writing case studies showing how these SaaS products are making a difference in the lives of their customers, and really in a way that's designed to build trust and credibility with potential customers. Number 8 is B2B content writing. So notice B2B. That means business to business instead of business to consumer. So instead of selling to people, individuals like me and you, these companies sell to other businesses. And so you'd be writing things related to blog posts and white papers, case studies, ebooks, all designed to persuade the other company to buy that company's products and services. So as you can see, there are a multitude of different paths you can take as a freelance writer. If you want to learn more about these niches, I have some low cost and even free ideas to how you can get more acquainted with them. Here are 4 quick tips. Number 1 is read books related to these niches. Go on Amazon.com, type in the type of writing you're interested in, say grant writing. You can get a list of books, take those titles and look for them at your public library so you can get them for free and learn that way. You can also buy the books cheaply on eBay or thrift books. Number 2 is actually meet real people, real writers who are writing about what you're interested in. You can use Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, meetup.com, or LinkedIn itself to identify writers who maybe will speak with you. You can offer to take them to coffee or do a quick video call or a Zoom session and just ask them about their journey, about why they picked that niche and how they're doing it. Number 3 is associations, trade associations, and organizations. So there are whole professional groups designed to talk about different types of writing. So grant writers have their own groups, scientific writers, tech writers. A lot of times they have events that you can attend, both virtual and in person. A lot of times they have a great resource section on their website that could be a great way for you to learn more. The 4th tip is to get social. There's so much content online, YouTube channels like this, social media channels, blogs related to different niches. You can find people who are talking about these niches. You can consume their content and learn a whole lot about trends in the industry, ways, best practices, and even network with other writers in these niches. As you can see, there are so many opportunities in freelance writing. With freelance writing, you get that freedom and that flexibility to make your own rates, choose the writing projects that you want to work on, choose the people that you want to work with at the schedule that works best for you and your obligations in your life. What questions do you have about freelance writing? Leave me a comment below. I would love to answer your question in a future episode of this show. Thank you so much for tuning in to my video about the basics of freelance writing. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this video with a friend. Until next time, this is Ashley Cisneros Mejia at Talk Freelance to Me. I can't wait to see you in the next video.